Meghan Markle turns Harry into an idiot with ridiculous words, Part 2. Hello and a very warm welcome back to the Sussex Daily News Channel. It is old news that Meghan Markle met with Gloria Steinem to discuss how the overturning of Roe versus Wade would affect women in the United States of America. The conversation between the two appeared a few days later in an article in Vogue. The topic is an important one because it affects so many lives. It should never be trivialized, nor should it be ever used as a bandwagon. Yet, this was one that Meghan Markle was very happy to hop on. Activists always like to associate themselves with anyone who shares in their values, especially if they publicize them. So Meghan got to work with Steinem, and she threw in a race card just to gain some extra followers. It was quite unbelievable that when the Vogue Instagram post appeared, most of the comments, and there were over 4,000, were all negative. There had been the odd positive comment from a fan, but these comments were few and had been drowned out by the majority of intelligent people. It is a blessing indeed that the world still has intelligent people in it. The critical comments received hundreds of likes, whereas the small handful of positive comments only managed a few timid likes. And then we have the carefully posed image of Meghan Markle. She is looking thoughtful and rather busy with her phone and a laptop. Is this what you call work? Steinem had claimed that she had been very happy that Harry and Meghan Markle were speaking about the issue of Roe. She went on to say that the world needed to have people that they could trust to speak out on the topic. It seems as if the 88-year-old Steinem has completely lost her marbles. The majority of the world does not trust Meghan or Harry. Not even their families do. What followed was the reaction of the predominantly female audience of Vogue. They criticized what Meghan had to say, and this includes women of color. If the majority of the audience of Vogue does not trust what Meghan Markle says, and also the fact that the couple had been constantly jeered in public, what planet is Steinem living on to believe that the world trusts this couple in what they do or say? Anyone who posts something on social media about Harry and Meghan should brace themselves for criticism. The couple despise any form of criticism, so these comments are usually restricted, and there is a disclaimer that any negative comments should be removed. Gloria Steinem is delusional in believing what Meghan and Harry have to say. Most people simply do not trust this couple. We have proof because there had been a number of misleading statements on the Oprah interview, and they later proved to be false. We should all have a little chuckle when reading the Vogue headline. The headline had inaccurately given Gloria Steinem the title of Duchess of Sussex. Please, will somebody tell her that a title is not a name? Whoever had stated that Markle and Steinem had been friends ever since 2020 was deluded. It wasn't a friendship that began naturally. Meghan had pursued Gloria for her own benefit. Most American people do not like the fact that Meghan has jumped on the political bandwagon. People do not like the fact that Meghan has been using her British title that she acquired through her marriage to Harry and is using it to get attention. Meghan had tried her luck at being an activist before marrying Harry. Unfortunately, she gained very little attention. What little attention she received was mostly through feminist groups. Back then, the media had taken very little notice of Meghan. Now, they are laughing at her desperate attempts to appear to be a significant and important person. In the Vogue article, Meghan has stated that she is an activist and that she had called on Steinem for help because she needed somebody with a good reputation to cling to. This reveals that Meghan was simply not cut out for public service. You cannot use a title and be an activist for contentious issues, as well as represent a publicly funded entity. Her Majesty the Queen should have thought carefully before agreeing to the rushed marriage. Meghan Markle had brought racism into the conversation. She had claimed that black women would suffer from the effects of Roe being overturned. But honestly, this is an issue for all women, especially those who have limited financial means. The decision as to whether abortions will be legal is now in the hands of each state. It is a legal matter which is mostly defined by whatever party is governing the state. Meghan would like to see more laws being overturned. When talking about issues such as same-sex marriages or contraception, it seems that SCOTUS is prejudiced and biased. Meghan Markle likes to scare people, thinking that fear will drive them into action. Rights need to be protected, and they can also be fought for and won. Gloria Steinem mentioned the Equal Rights Amendment and stated that Meghan is joining in order to be validated. It takes a long time for amendments to be confirmed, which is why there are very few of them. It is puzzling why a proposed amendment in 1972 had been blocked by a conservative woman. She had felt that the proposals would not be valuable to women, especially housewives who may very well lose their benefits. Today, there are several states who are against the bill being approved. This is an issue when trying to uphold amendments. At least 38 states need to approve the proposed amendment, and once that has been done and the deadline has passed, the issue is whether the deadline is binding. The ratifications must be recorded by the Office of the Federal Register at the National Archives. It is interesting to note that the ratification from Virginia has been rejected. In most democratic societies of today, we have choices, even if some are limited. Meghan Markle has highlighted how important choices are. But can a woman who chooses to have an abortion do so happily? Steinem had opened up about her own abortion and said that if she had not had it, her life would simply have stopped. She had not jumped up and down at the joy of being pregnant and had been relieved to have had the pregnancy terminated. One wonders if Meghan Markle had faced a similar scenario in the past. The previous partners that Meghan had been involved with wanted children, but this did not happen. And yet she miraculously fell pregnant, only weeks after getting married to Harry. Meghan has included Harry and has declared him to be a feminist. When it came to the ruling of the Roe versus Wade court judgment, she had said that Harry's reaction was guttural. How embarrassing! She clearly does not know what the word means. It would have been more correct to say that they had both been gutted by it. And as for the work that Meghan is supposedly doing, what is she going on about? Her protesting is a way for her to get donations from people who will pay for her lobbying. The proposed Equal Rights Amendment would be a positive move for many people. However, there may be drawbacks, as there are various people in society that are opposed to it. It is their right to have their opinion, and there will always be pros and cons that go together with all laws. So now Meghan has jumped on the bandwagon. It seems that Meghan will do anything to keep her in the news. As an American citizen, Meghan has the right to protest and air her views. Many people, though, have been wondering why she keeps on insisting on using her title because it isn't even relevant. Meghan may have the right to use her title, but does it mean that she should? Please tell me what your opinion is in the comments section below, and we can talk about Harry and Meghan. If you found this video interesting, please like it and share it. Do not be afraid to subscribe to the Sussex Daily News channel to get more interesting videos from our team in the future. Now thank you for watching. Goodbye and see you tomorrow.